we're here at Jason Grilli's house, and Jason Grilli is a pitcher with the Detroit Tigers. Okay, what we've got here is we've got some red tie, one of a lot of people's favorites because there's a lot of different varieties that go with this kind of green and red margins all the way up to pink and to deep maroon, but very low maintenance. You've been doing a great job with these. You've just pruned them once in the spring, but these I know we just put them in last fall, so probably won't have to do anything with these until like midsummer or you know when you're on break, because you're going to be at the All-Stars. You can at least have one day to come home and look at these, right?
Absolutely. Oh, I hope not. I hope I am in the All-Star game this year. We'll see.
Okay. Well, your other one is Gold Leaf Duranta. The nice thing about this one is it's rich gold in color. It does have kind of a little bit of a blue flower on it. And I know that we've pruned back some of the other plants here, but Jason, I think before you leave, we're going to have to prune these guys back so that by the time you get back, they'll be kind of nice and full and flush again. So we'll prune those back probably another 6 or 8 inches, and that'll be the only thing you have to do for them this year.
It's perfect.
Another plant and palm tree that you have in here is called an Ananidia palm or Christmas palm. They're kind of, you know, in Central Florida, they're kind of borderline as far as their hardiness, but you know, being in the pool area and protected a little bit, they probably do just fine. The great palm in this area because it's very slow growing and it's kind of a natural plant that will drop its, well, they're always a natural plant. Kind of funny, isn't it? Natural plant.
Natural plant.
And you just sit there and go, uh-huh. So
Sure.
basically anything I'm telling you, you believe, oh
Yes.
yeah, Andy says it's a natural plant.
You're the pro,
That's
man,
great.
like I said.
So,
hey, this is my oasis. That's all I care about, you know?
so it's all natural,
It's
right?
all natural, you know?
But it's a great plant because it naturally drops its foliage and you don't have to actually go and prune it because the leaves actually will fall off themselves. That was a hard one to get out too. Another one we got here is Xanadu philodendron. Now when I say philodendron to most people, they go, oh no, I don't want that thing. That thing's huge. Because a Salome philodendron is the one that gets 12 by 12, 12 foot tall, 12 foot wide. This is the dwarf version of it because obviously we don't want something getting 12 foot tall.
And we don't want it overgrown into this screen.
And probably not.
In the back here,
Yeah,
so.
your wife would be really, really upset with me in about 6 months because she would
Absolutely.
actually see, Andy, what did you plant for me? This one actually only gets 2 foot tall and about 3 foot wide.
And hopefully I'll be out at your nursery there picking out the annuals while she's yelling at you.
Great, thanks. Now another one we've got back here, we've actually, you pruned back pretty good, Jason, that is the dwarf Ixora. And it's kind of getting back to twigs, and what most people don't understand is that when you prune it back, especially in the beginning of March, where we're at mid-March, is that the plant's actually going to come back in 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to have new foliage on it and flowers. So it's a good thing to take it back now.
And I hope that I didn't take too much off there.
No,
It's the perfect height.
You did an awesome job, man.
Okay.
I trained you very well.
Okay.
I'll go down here and take a look at this fountain grass. Jason, you did a great job here. Let me help you out with this dandelion here, okay? Do you want to take that in, maybe?
Yeah, this is basically what the Red Sox are kind of in everybody's side this year because they are the world champions. So we're just going to pick that.
It's not a thorn in your side.
The championship trophies, it's going to be picked just like this weed.
Well, I want to show you, this is probably the most beautiful plant you have right here.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, that's your red fountain grass that you did a great job cutting it back. You did exactly what I told you to do because if you don't prune it back, what happens when the new foliage comes out is that you have the old brown foliage with the red foliage, and it's like, okay, something's wrong with that plant.
Exactly.
Cut it right down. You see everybody doing it along the highway, so they must know.
Well, you know, the other thing is I hope you're going to show people what it really looks like instead of just...
Well, you know, thank you very much. The plant library, actually, you can click onto the red fountain grass, and you'll see what it's supposed to look like when it comes
here you
back.
go. Kind of has these nice little boogers on there, right?
Yeah, that's beautiful. You were very smart, man.
Here, put a feather in your cap for that World Series.
Oh, wow.
You know? You know what? To get the Landscape Renovator to come to your house, to put me on his website, it requires some type of bribing.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's baseball tickets, right, Bob?
Andy is not above a bribe.
Well, just one thing to remember, great yards don't grow on trees. That's why you need the Landscape Renovator.
Another great transition, Andy.
Thanks. Brought it right together for you, Bob. You didn't even have to direct me on that one.
All right.
Good segue.
Wow, nice try.